that's my thing. I'm a perfectionist, or I'm playing small, or my worst case brain always takes over. And just put things in place to mitigate that. Just put a little self check in or self assessment or self analysis and go, doing it again. All right, step out of that and choose to focus on something else that's actually going to serve the growth of my business. G'day team, Josh here. Hope you're having an amazing day. I want to talk to you today about what's keeping you playing small. So, one of the biggest things that I see holding business owners back, and I'm going to actually go through a couple of, well, probably I've actually got 6 points here that I want to talk through. But there is so much to growing a successful business that comes down to psychology. So I often say to my boardroom clients that you can have the best strategy in the world, but if you don't have the right psychology, the right mindset, the right way of thinking about things, and a level of self awareness about yourself, your patterns of behavior, what holds you back, what normally holds you back, and mechanisms to kind of work and move through that, you're just going to be spinning your wheels going nowhere. And so I want to unpack with you today some of the big things that I see keeping business owners playing small. And there's a whole bunch of things here around like and you have to work out what's truly right for you, because even the first thing, and this is not even on my notes, but like clients go, "Oh, I don't really want to build a big business. I just want to stay myself and a couple of staff." And for people who that is truly true to, more power to you, and like would love to, help you and work with you to build that really small boutique business. But a lot of the times that's actually a story. That's actually a lie, because of all the things that we're about to cover in today's training around the real reasons why you play small and keep your business small. And look, I'm not saying you're going to build a behemoth business. And some people do go on to do that. But like I work specifically with business owners to help them build businesses up to about 10 million per year in revenue. And you can build a really amazing business that gives you great profit, returns you great revenue, gives you a great lifestyle, fulfills that sort of uh, purpose piece around building a great business, doing great projects, all those sorts of things. And so when we initially talk about this topic of what's keeping you playing small, the immediate thing from some people is, oh, like, I don't really want to build a big business anyway, so this is not for me. But I guarantee on some level, you got into business. And look, if I offend some people by this statement, look, I'm sorry, but there are a small percentage of people that just want to stay a single business owner and they're super happy with it. And if that's you, like, I'm super happy for you. But a lot of people to get into business, they want to build something kind of cool. They want to have staff. They want to, build a great business. And maybe they want to have 10, 15 staff or 20 staff or 30 staff and build something really cool. And if you're telling yourself, oh, I don't want to build anything big, it's a sabotage. It's a lie, because that's a protection mechanism trying to keep you safe. So the six things that I want to talk through today in terms of what are the things that I see keeping business owners playing small. The first thing is not spending time on big picture thinking. We have, and this is like a time management kind of piece. There's a whole bunch of things here, but like we just run around all the time putting out fires, and it's like the urgent, not important stuff. It's like clients calling us, it's team calling us, it's team have stuffed something up, so you've got to put that particular fire out. It's not spending time on big picture thinking and making it a priority. Because, and this is the second point, a big block that I see is a lot of people think it's a waste of time spending time on big picture stuff. So like a lot of we as human beings are wired culturally to want that dopamine hit, or want that feel good hit of ticking stuff out of our to-do list. And a lot of the times that's short-term stuff. So we want to feel good about ourselves when we get to the end of the week. So we just spend all of our time ticking off urgent stuff off our list, so that we can feel good about, oh, I got a whole bunch of stuff done and ticked off my list this week. But was it actually big picture things that are actually going to yield the biggest return on your investment in your business? And if you're spending time on ticking big picture things, ticking small things off your list, I guarantee not. And so the second thing is, people, one, not spending time on big picture thinking. Two, thinking it's a waste of time to spend it on big picture stuff. People go, oh, like that's all the big, like I'll get to that eventually once I've, bought myself a bit more time back, or I'll get that to eventually. Maybe I'll Maybe I'll, do some of that sort of stuff on the weekend. I've got too much urgent, important stuff. I've got clients calling me. I've got emails to respond to, and we get um, so distracted by the small stuff that, maybe it wouldn't matter if he didn't respond to 5 extra emails a day and actually spent half an hour spending on big picture stuff. But it's how we feel good about ourselves. And when we feel good, we don't beat ourselves up. So we just keep ticking the small things off our to-do list, which leads me to this third thing, which is not prioritizing growth. So the third big thing that I see business owners doing to keep themselves playing small is not prioritizing growth and actually putting it in your calendar. Like when I talk to some of my new boardroom clients, they think I'm wild. Do you want me to put like an hour in my calendar or 2 hours in my calendar and call it big picture strategic thinking? And I'm like, yeah, I really do. Really, really do want you to do that. And they're like, why? I'll just find some time for it. And I'll just fit it in amongst all these things. And I'm like, if it's not on your calendar, it won't get done. And if it's not on your calendar, it's not a priority to you. And so I say this all the time, show me your calendar and I can predict the success or the level of success that you will achieve in your business. Because if I jump into your calendar and I can see it's just full of small stuff, it's full of other people's demands, it's full of other people's calendar invites, it's full of client stuff, team stuff, delivery stuff, and there is nothing in there that is big picture time, big picture thinking, getting out of the office, focusing on strategy and direction. People think, oh, I'll just spend a bit of time on that once a quarter or once every 6 months. It doesn't work like that. I mean, it does work like that if you don't want to build a great business, but that's keeping you small. Show me your calendar and I can predict the success of your business. So if you want a successful business, you have to prioritize growth and it has to be put into your calendar. So if you take away one thing from what I'm talking to you about today is put an hour or 2 hours into your calendar, recurring every single week, call it strategy, growth and direction, or whatever you want to call it. And actually, when that thing goes off, you get out of the office, you go for a coffee and you focus on big picture strategy and direction. So that's the third thing, not prioritizing growth and actually putting stuff in your calendar. So that's keeping you playing small. And if you want to play a bigger game or up level your business, prioritize growth and put it into your calendar. The fourth thing I want to talk to you about is imposter syndrome. It's this whole, who am I to build a really successful business? Who do I think I am leaving my job? And, you know, uh, who do I think I am putting myself out there with marketing? Like why would people listen to me or why would people want to work with me? And, we're talking about this with our boardroom clients today, which is like, when you get talking about imposter syndrome, every single business owner has it. And one of my clients today was like, it's wild to think that we've all got imposter syndrome, but yet we all left a safe, secure jobs to jump out on our own and start our own thing. You think we'd have, we think we'd feel quite confident in ourselves, but it's not true. We all have this imposter syndrome and we're all working through it. And it was so nice to have, a call of people on our boardroom calls today, all sharing, yep, I've got imposter syndrome. And whenever I go to that next level in the business, I always feel scared and uncomfortable, just breaking down those things that people don't talk about. But the fourth thing I see holding business owners back is this imposter syndrome. And it can be quite crippling, and really damage your business and the growth of it. So who am I to build a successful business? Who do I think I am? Why would clients listen to me? Why would staff or team come and work for me? And if you've got this running around in your head, that's the self-awareness piece that I was talking about before. You have to have that awareness of the thoughts and the things that you're thinking about and nip that in the bud. Stop that repetitive thought. Stop that repetitive feeling. Go and do something that makes you feel good about yourself. Prove to yourself through looking back on where you've come in your business and go, I've actually achieved, like I've just hired my 4th staff member, or I've just hired my 10th staff member, or I've just gone out on my own. Like I am the type of person that can build a great business. And you just keep reinforcing the growth that you've done and the things that you've done to show yourself and prove to yourself through your actions that you are good enough to build a great business. So the fourth thing is imposter syndrome. Fifth is the perfectionist, trying to get everything perfect. That is 100%, particularly for engineers and people in the engineering industry. Like perfect is this thing that we're striving for. And if it's perfect, that's a piece de resistance. Like that's, my masterpiece. Done is better than perfect. I want that to be your mantra. Done is better than perfect. Now, obviously, if you are a structural engineer or you're doing calculations that, you know, mean that the difference between whether a building stands up or whether something gets flooded, of course, you have to get the calcs right. But does the seventh review of the report and getting all the formatting and all of the indentations and all that sort of stuff, does that really make a difference? Done is better than perfect. Stop chasing perfection with everything that you do and adopt the mantra that done is better than perfect and move on to the next thing. That's killing your time productivity. That's killing your ability to take on more work. And if you're like that as a leader, all of your staff and team are going to take on the perfectionist traits as well. So the fifth is trying to get it perfect. And the sixth is this worst case brain. And again, like I know from our training as engineers, like we're all designed to look at things worst case and like have a look at, well, what's the worst case scenario here? And if that happens, we've got a plan for that. Totally get that. But as a business leader, you've got to drop that. You've got to drop that hat off, have a think about worst case every now and then. And if I was to do this, what would happen? But if we continue to build our business out of worst case all the time, we would never do anything. So whenever you notice your worst case brain taking over, it's like, great, thank you. Like I've thought about that. Cool. But what happens if this goes right? What's the best case here? Let's flip the worst case and put it the best case, flip the worst case brain and put the best case brain on and go, well, what's, if this thing actually come off, like if what's the possibilities here? And then you start to get excited and that builds momentum instead of the worst case brain always, taking over and you just sad all the time and you're depressed all the time because you're like, oh, well, there's no point because, what happens if worst case happens? So that's number six, the worst case brain taking over. So they're the things that I really see keeping business owners playing small. And we've all got our thing. We've all got the thing that's, we learned from our parents, we learned from our upbringing. And look, you don't need to go and do deep psychology work to unpack this sort of stuff. It's just a level of awareness to go, look, that's my thing. I'm a perfectionist, or I'm playing small, or my worst case brain always takes over. And just put things in place to mitigate that. Just put a little self check in or self assessment or self analysis and go, doing it again. All right, step out of that and choose to focus on something else that's actually going to serve the growth of my business. So team, hope that helps. Hope that's helped you a little bit. Hope you've got one takeaway from today that you're going to do differently in order to help your business grow and stop playing small. So if you'd like to keep building your business on your own, we have a ton of free resources for you to keep doing that. However, if you'd like to join an amazing community, get some help, some support, build your business strategy, and help you grow your business and be held accountable to do that, then I'd love to invite you to join our Boardroom program. So Boardroom is purely for business owners of engineering consultancies designed to help you grow and upgrade your business. So if that's you, if you'd like to have a chat and you're interested in learning a bit more about Boardroom, please reach out, send me a message or an email with the word Boardroom, and let's have a chat about how we can help you build your business faster. Have an amazing day.